Hello everyone, my name is Emerald Pear and today I'm going to give you all a fresh playthrough of Absolum. Now for those of you who don't know, Absolum is a roguelite beat 'em up game. I can't remember the exact people who made the game off the top of my head, but I can guarantee you that it's a very fun game to play. And for right now, I'm going to give you guys a playthrough up to the first boss as a tutorial for what the game is capable of. I am playing this game with a Xbox Series S controller, and let's begin. So first thing first, at the start of the game you get to pick of 2 characters. There are 4 characters in total, but you could only play as 2 from the start. They are Carl and Galandra. Characters in this game are customizable from the items you can put on them to their abilities. However, each character has their own unique abilities that they can use. For the sake of this playthrough, I'm gonna play as Carl.
Let's crack those old bones.
Magic.
I'll be skipping the intro as we don't really have a lot of time on this right now. Now this is an intro that is typically made for the purpose of teaching people how to play the game. So for those who want to get into the game, I'll show you what the tutorial offers and explain some additional info along the way.
Convoy is
Let's say
So moving in this game utilizes the joystick, as many other games do, and you can use the joystick to move in any different direction you want. You can go up, down, left and right. However, you have the option to run by holding down the B button, as well as jump using the A button. Or if you're using an Xbox controller, I believe those are X and O respectively. You attack using X or Y, or square and triangle if you're using PlayStation. This game relies on a combo system. Basically what you want to do is that you want to chain hits together in order to kill your enemies. You're rewarded for being able to string multiple attacks together in a sequential fashion and in a unique fashion as well. As you can see on the screen, attacks charge mana. Mana is denoted by the blue bar right above your health bar, which is the red meter. As many of you should already know if you've played enough games, once your HP reaches 0, you die in this game. However, as this game is a roguelite, you don't permanently die. What I just did there was an Arcana. That's basically your character's super move in this game. Arcana are tied to the trigger buttons. Now earlier on I said there is a run button. That is true, but the run button also serves as a block button as a sort. If you time your roll just in time for an enemy's attack, you can deflect it and reduce any damage you take to 0.
Our comrades are in position.
Now as I said, this is just a tutorial. This is the type of tutorial where you're meant to lose. But for the sake of it, I'll play through it anyway.
I can see my chill the shot. Bind a ritual to your blood.
So these are what you call rituals. Rituals are basically used whenever you want to gain a power-up. The rituals are tied to different elements. Right now all we have is fire, so that's what I'm gonna go with. For the sake of it, I'll go with burning defense.
a ritual of violence. I like this one.
Guard me with your life. Death is not easy. As long as I
You see, I have some experience in this game. A lot of experience. Here comes the part where you're meant to lose.
It was you.
Now, to those of you who've never played a roguelite before, roguelites are prided
is
on the
just
fact that you're
another
meant to
step
die
on your
over and
journey.
over again to learn different aspects of the game and to power up your character. However, you are also rewarded with
You
enough
gave
skill that
your
you can
life for
beat
me.
the game on your first try
I give it
without
back,
having to utilize
true
any
to our
retries.
pact. Azra wants to. I am. There is one. Go now and strike.
Glory to praise them. Don't like beyond.
My tree is far.
As I said, this is just a playthrough up to the first boss, so I'm not going to bother
Glad to
interacting with
see
much of the world. So you can keep the game fresh for yourself if you ever want to play it. Absolum is available on Steam, Xbox, and PlayStation.
Let's crack those old bones. Fire roll.
Many greetings, it.
So, as you can see from this map, there are a couple main islands you can go to in order to complete the game. The game is not very strict in how you want to complete it. You can either, there's a known path and there's a hidden path. I won't reveal what the hidden path is yet because I want you all to be able to play the game for yourselves. Now, for the sake of beating this game the quickest way, I'm going to go down this bottom path, which is known as a hidden path. Almost every pathway in this game, almost every place in this game has a hidden path. It's up to you to find it. You'll always know it's a hidden path when you get a sound cue for it. The name of the game for Absolum is speed. You want to constantly be running, you want to constantly be blocking, and you want to keep punching as much as possible. Absolum prides itself on this fast-paced combat system that also rewards you for being able to know the string together combos. The better your combo, the more damage you can do, and the more you're rewarded for it.
We are slowly.
Busy craft work.
Here comes one of many mini bosses. Every stage is broken up into two bosses, the mini boss and the main boss. Now you probably noticed that whenever that guy left to lose attack, he flashed red for a second. Every attack in this game can be broken down into two types, blue attacks and red attacks. Blue attacks are blockable and don't have the red shimmer you see. Those attacks can be blocked by rolling into him at the right amount of time. However, red attacks cannot be blocked at all and must be dodged. After beating this toad, we can move on to the rest of the map.
For each mighty foe.
Each time you beat either a mini-boss, each time you beat a mini-boss, you get inspiration. Inspirations alter how you play the game with your character as they alter base move of your character themselves. For the sake of this, I'm going to take Bouncing Bash. I'll show you what Bouncing Bash does in a bit, once we get to another enemy. In each stage there's also a campfire. Campfires are meant to restore your health after a battle, however they are very limited. You're mostly stuck having to utilize pick-up items around the map that increase your health. Depending on which path you go, that will influence the boss you fight. Red attacks are not limited to only bosses, however. Small enemies like those goblins also have red attacks as well. So you have to make sure to be on the lookout for those. As you can see, I thought when I hit the goblin, you saw me bounce in the air multiple times. This is because I took the inspiration for the bash, and therefore I was able to modify how Kara moved in the air. Choose whatever inspiration you feel like fits your playstyle. No one inspiration is better than the other.
This one.
Now, some stages will have two bosses you can fight. This is the mini boss officially for this part of the game, but the boss in the cave was a hidden boss.
Champion.
I am Casual, champion of the There Can Be Only One. We fight.
Let's see how quickly we can beat this guy.
I have
We are the
these sigils in.
To build on something as short as
Here. We, in fact, do not. You may.
I've seen better.
Be safe. I know you.
This
Your
is
name
Cider,
escapes me for the
one of the
moment, but I do
unlockable
know
characters you'll find in the game. In order to unlock certain characters, you'll have to meet them out in the open as a part of a quest.
That's
These items here are called trinkets. They basically buff your characters in various different ways. For the sake of this, we'll only buy one trinket and get a move on.
access to the mine. Leave.
Where you? The Ark.
I'd like.
Your my.
Alright, let's get going. As I said, we don't got a lot of time, so I gotta get a move on. As you can see, depending on the type of map it is, the enemies will also change. However, it's not uncommon for there to be overlaps of enemies depending on the map in question. It's just that on some maps you'll see more of a type of enemy than on others. Oh, I forgot to mention, that what you see there covered in yellow is elite enemies. These are typically stronger variants of much smaller enemies. They can't be staggered and require a much greater hit amount of damage to be able to break their posture than other enemies do. Now it's time for the main boss.
The root sister. This war.
Forgive me.
Are you ready?
Tyranny of the root sisters is over. Accept it.
And just like that, this boss is practically over. As I said already, this game is all about speed. Watch your opponent, watch your buttons, and know when to punch when the time is right.
What is this
Each time you beat a boss, you're gonna
I
find
have
something
never
like
seen
this floating
anything
around.
like this except
This magical
Hit
void-like
it.
bubble awards you extra items and prepares you for the stage transition. And thus, I will bring this to an end. It was great spending time with you all. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial and have a great rest of your day.